Okay, I made this image inspired by, I hope I'm saying his name right, Zal. Uh, Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. And I saw a lot of people asking for a tutorial. So he might have done it differently than I'm going to do it, but I think the outcome's kind of the same. So I'm going to run down what I did and how I achieved this look. And then if he wants to jump in and he did it some other way, that's fine too. Um, I'm gonna add a new page so I can just go ahead and kind of jump back and forth, kind of what I got going on. Um, the first thing I did was look for an image that had some sort of action in it, kind of like that was in the original for inspiration. And I found this motocross one. I'm gonna go to my recents and then just grab it again. Uh, Here it is right here. So here's the original. I'll start with this. The first thing you want to do is figure out which part of the image you want to pop out. It could pop out the front or the back or whatever you want. And I wanted to keep mine inside. And I know in the originals, the inspiration, the image would pop it out of the image, but I wanted to keep mine inside. So what I did was first thing I did is I copied this so that I can keep a copy of it. And I went to image and I went to remove background. And of course, you have to have the pro version to do this in order to remove the background. If you have another way to remove background and bring it in, that's great. Once that's done, I'm going to paste back in my image that I had copied, and then I'm going to line them up so that they're perfectly aligned the best I can. And there you go. Then I have an image. I have a cutout image on top of the original image. And then at this point, we can just start now kind of creating this effect, which is pretty simple actually. Because all I'm going to do is if I take the copy and I bring in the side, you can actually see already that this starts popping out. And that's kind of the look we're going for. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste again. I'm going to line that image again. I'm going to send it to the back. I'm going to grab the corner. I'm going to size it down. Make sure I have the right image here. Actually, what I'm going to do is just to make things easier, I'm going to lock some stuff here. Let's see what we got here. That's the half image. I want to send that to the back because I want the cutout on top. There's the cutout, so I'm going to lock it. So I got the cutout locked on top, and then I'm going to grab this image. And remember, you can hold Command and Control to grab the images below, and then I'm going to size it down like that and kind of bring it up in a position. And then I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to paste once more, and I'm going to send this all the way to the back. I'm going to size it down, and same thing. I'll just go with that because that's kind of what I had, 3 of them just like that. And once again, it won't look exactly the way I did it because I just kind of just had fun with it and just made it look the way I wanted to. Okay, so let's unlock this cutout so I could size this up a little bit, kind of make everything a little bit bigger in the image. There we go. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab just a rectangle. So I'm going to hit R on the keyboard, make a rectangle so I can give this a background. There we go. Give that a background just like that. Nice and easy. Send that all the way to the back. And then I'm going to hit R again to make another rectangle. And this one I'm going to make white. Okay. And then I'm going to start aligning it exactly to this image that's on the far left. So I'll line it like that and like that. And then I'm going to bring it in. And then I'm going to send that to the back. And with it still selected, actually I'm jamming myself up here, so I'm going to bring this down a little bit. There we go. And now I'm going to go select that one on the back. And with selected, I'm going to just size it up just a little bit so that it'll start sticking out the sides, just like that. And then I'll kind of tweak it in here. I want to make everything kind of look the same board all the way around. And the reason we did this instead of like a drop shadow or a stroke or a glow or something like that is so that it wouldn't be on the one side where we're going to put a drop shadow. So you see how it only goes around the outside, not on the inside. And that's why I used a rectangle like that. And then the next thing I did was I went and searching for a, excuse me, like a drop shadow kind of thing. And I found this one. And I can give you the name of this one. This one's called Shadow Illustrations. That's it right there. This was a pretty good one. I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees. And then I'm going to chop it off at the top by going like that and chop it off at the bottom. I'm going to send it towards the back behind that image, and then I'm going to just tuck it just right behind there, just like that. And then I'm going to just duplicate that by hitting the duplicate button over here. I'm going to drag it over here. Same thing. I'm going to cut it off so it's cut off to the image that it's going to be shadowing on, and I'm going to send it to the back. I'm using keyboard shortcuts because it just makes my life easier. To send it back is Command or Control left or right bracket. So right bracket will bring it forward, left bracket will send it back. And the more you click it, the further it'll go front and back, just like that. Okay. So same thing. I'm gonna do another rectangle. I'm gonna size this one to this next. I'll call it frame, I guess, or picture. I'm gonna make it white. I'm gonna send it to the back. There we go. And then I'll just kind of dial it in, kind of how I want it to look. So there's that, and there's that. And what did I do on here? Yep, I just did that and that and there. Perfect, just like that. Excellent. And that's just the top and bottom. And then same thing. You could even just hit the duplicate button now if you like, because I'm just going to duplicate this and bring it over here. And I'm going to size it. I'll make it actually the exact size, then I'll make it bigger. And we're going to send, and this one actually is going to go off the edge on the opposite side. See what I did here? Kind of had it go off the edge. And I'm going to send that to the back. And then I'll just size it correctly how I want it to look. I'm not going to make it perfect. You get the idea. So there's that. Okay. The rest is kind of self-explanatory. I will go over one real quick, just a little quick tip of what I did here in the back with the smoke and everything. It took me a minute, it took me a minute to find some images I liked. But all of this back here is about 4 or 5 different images laying up on top of each other. Let me scroll through my recents and I'll show you what I pulled. The first thing I did is I found this dirt. And as you can see, the dirt doesn't match exactly, which is fine. Because all I just did is I went to the edit image and I came to the adjustments and I adjusted the brightness and the saturation and everything just so I can get it closer to the actual dirt that was on the ground. And as you can see, if I take saturation out, make it a little bit brighter, it starts to match the dirt that was already there. Kind of like that. I won't go too crazy with it right now, but that's kind of what I did. And then I had this other little smoke guy. This was some dust overlay. I threw that in there. And once again, I'm not going to go crazy and make it perfect. I just want to show you what I did. And then last but not least, I did this other kind of smoke to make it look like the exhaust from the bike. And that was it. So that's kind of what I did there. But that should really get you where you need to be. So to recap, you're just going to get an image. You're going to do a background remove. Put your cutout on top and then put your other images behind it and size them down. Add your shadows and your strokes. And you're good to go. That's it.